Did you know that Divi is one of the most popular WordPress themes on the web? It's easy to see why. It's user-friendly to use for those who don't know how to code. And it includes a lot of additional functionality, which means that you don't have to install any additional plugins. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install Divi. It's super easy. And I'm also going to give you a few pointers on the settings. Hi, my name is Natalia. I've been working as a self-employed web designer for the past 7 years, creating websites and online stores for my clients. My goal with this channel is to help freelancers and aspiring freelancers like you leverage technology so they can start working for themselves. If you haven't watched my previous video on what to consider when buying a WordPress theme, I recommend taking a look. But for now, let's get started on installing the Divi theme. Before we start, let's head over to the Elegant Themes website. I assume you already have an account, but if you don't, simply create one and purchase the theme. After you do that, you can go to your account settings here and click on product downloads, and you will be redirected to this page here. As you can see, there are other plugins that you get when you purchase Divi, but we are not going to use any of them today. The only thing we're going to use is the Divi theme. So after downloading the Divi theme, you head over to your website. I have mine on siteground.com. I have explained how to do this in my previous videos. You should, in any case, log into your WordPress admin. Right. So now you will see that at the moment we have these navigation items on the left. And as soon as we install and activate Divi, it will look a little bit different. So to do that, the first thing you have to do is to go to Appearance and then Themes. And as you can see here, I have only one theme installed, which is the 2023 theme. It is pre-installed basically as soon as I install WordPress. And if I want to add another theme, I just click here on the top left on Add New. And here in my case, I have a tab called Upload Theme. It might look slightly different with your hosting, but you will always find a button or a tab with Upload Theme. And here you can just choose a file or just, drag and drop the file here. Now that it's uploaded, I can install it. This takes a few seconds. And now we have it installed. If we go to the theme pages, we can also go here, click here again. You will see that the active theme at the moment is the 2023 one, and Divi is not active yet, but it's installed. So to change that, and actually before we do that, let's see how the front end looks. So at the moment it looks like this. And now let's activate Divi and reload the front end. And as you can see, it looks already totally different. That's basically all you have to do to install the Divi theme. It's super easy. But now let me show you a few simple things I think you should do when you install the Divi theme, which are checking out the settings. And I also want to show you where you can customize certain things for your theme. So first of all, you might have noticed that we now have this project item here on the navigation. And this is something that comes pre-installed with Divi. You might use it if you want to showcase your projects, if you're a freelancer, but you can also do that with posts. It really depends on if you also have a blog, then you probably will use the post to create articles and the projects to create, to showcase your work. But actually it's the same thing. It's just a different post type. And the other thing is now we have Divi here. And the first thing you should do is go to the theme options. And actually I have uploaded a logo already because I did this before. But if you didn't, here is where you would upload your logo. And you can do so by just clicking on upload and upload, a file. I have already uploaded a file. That's why it's here. And you can just set this as a logo. And this is basically what we see here. It's still a little bit small, but this is just for the purpose of showing you how to do that. And another thing I think is super useful is the color picker's default palette. Now let's go to the sample page here and activate the visual builder, which is basically the heart and soul of Divi. And as you can see, I'm going to use my existing content. Let's say I want to change the background of this section. You will see that here I have color pickers, and these are exactly the ones that I have here. So if you have brand colors, for example, and don't want to copy paste the hex code every time you want to use them, you can just add them here and they will be available to you within the builder. So let's say, for example, you want to have some kind of orange color here, like this. Let's save this. And now we should probably just reload the page. Restore. This is just to show you that now in the background, this orange color is available to me. I think that's super useful because you are wasting a lot of time if you have to copy paste the same information over and over again. Now, another important thing here in the settings, I think, is the integration part. Here is where you would add any codes, for example, of Google Analytics or Google Tag Manager if you want to track your website's activity. And yeah, you can just copy paste it here and it will start working. Super useful. You don't have to go into any files and potentially break them. And the last thing I think is super important and useful, of course, is the updates. And I have already done that, but what you would do is you would go back to the Elegant Themes website, and in your account, you have something called username and API key. The username is going to be available here, and the API key, you're going to have to generate a new one. I have already generated one for my website. And the only thing you have to do is just copy, paste the information into these fields. And this way you will get all the latest updates of Divi. All right. Now, the last thing I want to show you is where you can customize certain things, because not everything is here in the Divi settings or in the Divi theme options, I should say. If you hover over appearance, you should see this navigation item called customize. And this is where you have a lot of additional customization settings. So just a few examples. In the general tab, you can set the default typography. For example, if you want to have the body size a bit bigger, let's say you want to have it 18, this is where you would change it and it will adjust on all the pages of your website. This is also where you can add your little fab icon, which is the little icon that you see here in the tab. And another useful thing that I use all the time is the buttons, because you don't want to style your buttons individually. You want your buttons to probably all look the same, and you can do that here. You can just style your button the way you want it to be displayed, and it will be available to all the button modules that you're going to use later on. And if you want to still, for some reason, change the style of a certain button, you can do that. But at least you don't have to do it for all the standard buttons, which is great. And here is also where you can choose standard headers and change. For example, we said before that the logo here is a little bit small, so you could actually change the logo height here, even make the menu a little bit bigger or smaller. But I usually, well, it depends on the project. Sometimes I use this settings for the header, but in my upcoming videos, I'm going to show you how to create a completely customized header using the Divi Builder. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in knowing how to do it. Wasn't that super easy? I'm sure you're ready now to start creating your website with Divi. That's why in my upcoming videos, I'll show you how to quickly install pre-made layouts so you can get a head start on your website. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section and I'll be happy to help. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to learn more about achieving a lifestyle of freedom and flexibility. Thanks for watching and until next time.